Hello everyone, welcome to episode 5 of my adventures in Black Desert Online. Today we will be exploring the main story questline for the state of Serendia and visiting the Dukedom of Heidel. Fun fact, did you know that Heidel in Old Germanic meant a place next to a moor?
Belmore, Monarch of Darkness and founder of the Shadow Knights. Impeccable timing. Right after the incident at the Stone Chamber.
Yes, there's likely some connection, but I can't say for certain. Right now, finding a solution takes precedence over pinpointing the cause.
I don't disagree. So, Master Leuston has gone to meet with Freya.
Indeed. Meanwhile, I'm headed to Coronda Ridge.
Yummy bread.
Please look after Yaz.
Martha, Luffy, hey! That's
So
my
I'm stuck
bread.
with her. I'd rather head to Calpheon.
Oh,
Or even
my.
fight Belmore myself.
This one.
Funny.
That
That's
one.
exactly what Eden said.
Look, why don't we just switch missions and... Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
Ah, we meet again. Alce, this is the adventure I spoke of.
Hold on. There she goes. So, you know Orwin? I've heard a bit about you. Why do you ask? Oh, you're searching for a man in black robes. Not me, I'm afraid. Just a similar fashion sense, I suppose. Still wary of me. Not sure how I can put your mind at ease. Would you like me to turn out my pockets? See? Nothing. Not even enough coin to buy something as expensive as a black star. That reminds me, since you're acquainted with Orwin, you must know her shy friend as well, no? On the off chance you're good with children, I'll happily pay... Hey! Where are you going? I didn't even tell you how much I'll pay!
Welcome. Serendia is full of fine horses.
Though I did expect you much sooner. Adventurer, your timing couldn't have been better. It's starting soon. Such a rare occurrence. You should count yourself lucky. Come now. I do not wish to miss a single moment of him. Such trifling matters can certainly wait. What could warrant missing our Grand Chamberlain's charming speech? Now don't give me that look. I know you've no such spectacles of grandeur in a backwater cesspool like Velia. my betrothed, after all. He is also one of the country's highest officials. If I pulled him away from his duty every time I wished to see him, the nation of Serendia would all but collapse from his absence. We must be responsible with the lives he and I will one day rule over together. Now let's get going, adventurer. Do hurry, will you? Your memory loss is no excuse to make a lady like myself lead the way. Now go on.
There's not a soul in Serendia who's tougher than me. War's done and dusted. So what are we trading for, eh?
Eri, was it? Huh? Rumor has it you're the strongest one here.
Grand Chamberlain.
No, it's fine. Give me a show of that strength. If you can best me, I'll make you wealthy beyond imagination.
Ha! You certain, my lord? Got your word on that? All right, then. Don't blink now, lads! It'll be rags to riches in a flash for me, eh?
Huh. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be an inspection today?
Now show me what you're made of.
Don't mind if I do.
Is that all?
Blast. My hand just slipped. What the...
You lack proper fundamentals. Train harder.
Yes, my lord.
Proud sons of Serendia. Yes, war may be behind us for now, but to our west we have imps, while Fogans and Nagas have surrounded Klish. Orcs, bloody monastery zealots and Biragi bandits yet breathe down our necks. Will you stand by and let these monsters threaten the safety of your wives and children?
No, sir!
Do not forget, Calpheon is our overlord. They are not our ally. In the south, Baron Alfonso Rundi has his blade pointing menacingly at us. Once we topple him, our true battle shall finally begin. When the time comes, our country's heroes will be rewarded with fortune and glory. So train hard, overcome your fears, and prepare to make our enemies kneel before us. The glory and splendor of Serendia rests upon your very shoulders. Who is with me?
Dean. You bear the burden of a billion lesser men. My hunky Giga John.
Wow, Serendia.
I am relieved to know we have such well-trained forces in Serendia. It's all because of Sir Jordine, my betrothed. How did he manage to gather such a formidable force? I am proud, but cannot shake this lingering fear. What if Calphion orders their disbandment? Does your memory loss include the history of the entire world? Fine. As a sophisticated lady of Serendia, I shall explain it. You are aware of how precious blackstones are, yes? Around a decade ago, blackstones were discovered in the western part of Serendia. When word reached Calphion, they dissolved our alliance and declared war. Of course, they gave countless reasons. But with a decade-long history of warring over blackstones in the desert, the facade was hardly necessary. We resisted as best we could, but that was a war we simply could not win. To my utter shame, I, the once proud princess of Serendia, was taken hostage. My brave and gallant savior was none other than our esteemed Jordine Ducasse. Shortly thereafter, my father surrendered and faced the war tribunal in Calphion. My father, the original king of this land, is now but the Duke of Serendia. The regrettable result of bending the knee to our Calphionian conquerors. You see, my mother, the former queen, was a princess of Calphion's Seric royal family. This allowed my father to maintain power in Serendia, even if only as its duke. The great irony is that Calphion now has no throne, no king at all. However, production cannot keep up with their demand, and Calphion is still pressuring us to produce more. That's why I hired that rogue Eden to travel to even the most remote corners of the mountains in search of black crystals. Consider it a gift for my beloved Serendia's future Duke. Your glazed-over eyes tell me you still fail to grasp my meaning. Though I may be the Duke's youngest daughter, my brothers were kind enough to pass from this world and leave me as sole heir. So, when Sir Jordine takes my hand in marriage, we will become the rulers of this land. Understand now? Why am I even telling you all this? When we first met, your stench was so foul, I needed to stand upwind. Anyway, let's go and meet Sir Jordine. He's a busy man. We may not get the chance later on. Go on, hurry. Wait, Father is with him. I wonder what they're discussing.
Grand Chamberlain, are you certain of this? I fear this may spell the end of Serendia. I am aware you had your share of hardships in the war, but it pales in comparison to what they did to me.
die has been cast, Your Grace.
Do you truly believe them blind?
Your Grace, the pieces are nearly all in place. The final piece is justification.
They will realize what we're doing.
I am aware. I assure you, Your Grace. I will proceed with even greater caution now.
I only wish for you and Jarrett to be happy.
Your Grace, Serendia is being exploited. Who could find happiness in such a state? Rest assured, Your Grace, I will see it done. And you may come in, my lady. I recall you were to introduce me to someone today.
Oh, Sir Jardine, you knew. I merely wished not to disturb you. Oh, Sir Jardine.
I hear you saved Richie the Jester in Velia. You have my thanks. He's a friend of mine. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Jardine Ducasse, Grand Chamberlain of Serendia. I've heard much of your adventures from Lady Jarrett. I hear you are an exceptionally skilled individual. I always welcome talent, unless it be Calphionian. Would you lend Serendia your strength?
What? Why are you hesitating? Answer quickly, this is a golden opportunity. What are you doing? Answer him at once. This is not a chance that should be missed.
I have high expectations for you. And of course, I will return the favor any way I can. Treasures, rank, honor, you name it. Anything in return for your aid to Serendia. The woman who wrought chaos upon Medea? Why? That's a tale from some time ago. I will contact you soon with your task. If that is all, please excuse me. The Serendian court will soon be in session. I have preparations to make.
Well, that was not what I expected. I thought he'd be more enthusiastic about you. Clearly, greater fanfare was required on my part. Maybe I'll hire the Oyun statue jesters next time. Just don't forget that you're the first one I've ever recommended to Sir Jardine, understood? Seems like you've yet to be given any orders, so... Ah, it's your first time in Heidel, isn't it? I have a place I'd like you to see.
Hello there, I'm Laura. Hello there, I'm Laura. Oh, Lady Jarrett. Thank you for your generous contributions to the orphanage. Clementina asked me to thank you for her. Lucas and Jean also wanted to send along their sincere gratitude.
There's no need to thank me at every opportunity. These are the sort of advantages that come with my friendship.
So you're a friend of Lady Jarrett. Pleasure's all mine. Name's Laura. I look forward to doing business with you. As this is our first meeting, and you being a friend of Lady Jarrett's, here's some potions on the house. I'm sure you'll be back once you test their efficacy for yourself. Potions are a shy specialty. Oh, and all the profits from potion sales go straight to the Glitch Orphanage. So shop till you drop.
Lara, there's no need to go to such lengths. Surely a single potion sample will be more profitable.
Don't you worry about me, Lady Jarrett. I have 10 years of experience under my belt.
Indeed, your shop is held in high esteem for a reason. I'm off then. Send my regards to the children. Heidel must seem worlds apart from the quaint simplicity of Velia. I do admit it feels quite different to me today as well. Truth be told, this city I tread each day was beginning to lose its charm. However, it somehow takes on new life with you at my side. Well, it's about time to seek out some work that needs doing. A competent hand always leads with action. A city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off. One must stay diligent to maintain control. Well, why not take a walk around Heidel? There's bound to be citizens in need of aid. A city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off. One must stay diligent to maintain control. I suppose you don't know the city well enough yet. Where shall we start? A city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off. One must stay diligent to maintain control. Yes, a great idea. You will always find something to do there. A city has a way of running amok.
Greetings, adventurer. Just the one I was looking for. Could you lend me a hand?
Well, it's about time to seek out some work that needs...
Greetings, adventurer. Just the one I was looking for. Could you lend me a hand? Do you see these trembling children? Whatever they witnessed last night, it's left them terrified. They just shake with fear. Won't say a word to me, no matter what. If we can warm them up a bit, maybe they'll talk. How about it? Clothes would be wonderful, but costly. Firewood should do the trick. Would you be so kind as to chop some firewood for these poor children? Yes, you know, lumbering? You just need an axe to fell the trees. Would you be so kind as to chop some Would you be so kind as to chop some firewood for these poor children? Wow! Thanks, adventurer! There you go! How's that, children? Warmer?
Yes. I feel a bit better. I snuck into Heidel Castle, and there were... ghosts. So many ghosts.
What? Ghosts? Nonsense. There's no such thing. Thank you for your kindness, adventurer. The leftover firewood will come in handy on cold days.
What? Ghosts? Children are so much fun. I knew I could count on you. Here, a city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off. Yes, a great idea. You will always find something to do there. A city has a way of running amok.
Give it.
You came to see me. I guess you're pretty good at sensing where the money's at. Things aren't going quite as planned. Seems we might need to try a different approach. Oh, aren't you the adventurer accompanying Lady Jarrett? Can I ask a favor of you? I've been a trade manager for quite some time, so I know how things get around here. But new trends are always on the horizon, and one must keep abreast of what's currently popular. That said, I don't have the time to see for myself, but if you could investigate the matter on my behalf... things aren't going quite as planned. Seems we might need to try a different approach. Things aren't going quite as planned. Try speaking with Claire, the Central Market Director. Tekthon, the blacksmith, and Dora Fonti, the jeweler, are also quite well informed. They will likely have the information I seek. Thanks again for doing this for me. Things aren't going quite as...
You can entrust your goods without worry, since it's an official trade zone approved by the head of the Merchant Guild. What's trending these days? Well, the increase in taxes did lower interest in luxury items. Though, with that said, fan flamingo plumes are always in high demand. You won't lose out if you trade through me.
Gemstones are not something to be bargained with. The gemstones I carry are all worth their value. If you spend a lot of time on your feet, what I deal in is not luxury, but necessity. Those who seek to protect themselves come to me. I did have a spike in sales recently. Even Sir Jourdain himself made some purchases. Perhaps he intends to distribute them among his soldiers. There are ones that can increase your luck.
Yes, I have many orders for self-defense items. People must have caught wind of the imps running rampant in nearby lands.
That's nonsense.
You came to see me. I guess you're pretty good at sensing where the money's at. Is that so? What interesting rumors. Well, I know exactly what to do now. You did a great job. I like the way you work. A merchant should enjoy large crowds. So, what do you want from me?
A city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off. One must stay diligent to maintain control. Yes, good idea. A city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks. Yes, good idea. A city has a way of...
Hey, you there! Over here! You're the one! I can feel it!
The inspiration, it's welling up inside of me. But what is it that I still lack? You! You've got to be my muse! Please! You're the key to my artistic enlightenment. Just do me this small favour. Shout out loudly, peanut butter jelly time! Please! I beg of you! This is of utmost importance! Inspiration is slipping away! Go on now! Peanut butter jelly time! Just do me this small favour. Shout out loudly. There it is! I feel it! The rumbling of the crowd! Yes! Yes! This is it! This delicate feeling, the sensation of everyone's eyes on me! Thank you! You are most helpful!
A city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off. One must stay diligent to maintain control. Your work is impeccable. You're growing on me, you know that? With a bit of refinement, I'd almost believe you a citizen of Heidel. You've pleased me somewhat, but you should still put in greater effort. Do as I ask, and you'll become one of us in no time. That reminds me, Sir Jordine briefly mentioned that there's trouble brewing at Elder Farm. Helping out with small city affairs is well and good, but solving a major problem would hasten his approval of you. Let's hurry. Elder Farm is located south of Heidel, just beyond the Demi River.
Trusting Heidel is not an easy task. Sir Jordine, there must be something he's hiding. We, the Jean Merchant Guild, wish to coexist for the revival of Heidel. No matter how many times I think it over, I can't understand. The Jean Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heidel.
To make the pumpkins grow by themselves? Welcome, I'm Coco, Pierre's daughter. How can I... Oh, Lady Jarette. And with a new bodyguard to escort her. No way, she can't have known. What business brings the Lady of Heidel to this grubby old farm? Is there something I can do for you?
As Sir Jordine is occupied with other matters, I have come in his stead as his betrothed. Surely you've no issue with that? As Sir Jordine is occupied with other matters, I have come in his stead as his betrothed. Surely you've no issue with that?
Ah, is that the case? Well, of course. If you must, you must.
Young lady, you dare hold such a tone to speak with such derision to me! You heard that cheeky, insolent cur! I saw that smirk! You, come here this instant!
Oh, as you wish, milady.
Oh, I know what you're up to. Elder Farm supplies the plumes from fan flamingos, don't you?
We do. What of it? They've been out of fashion for quite some time.
Fan flamingos are the pride of Heidel. Noble women of Calphion can't get enough.
No wonder the Grand Chamberlain pays you such little attention. With that kind of horrid taste in fashion.
Excuse me! What did you just say? You think I didn't hear you? Right. We have work to do. I want a full inspection of the farm immediately.
What? You can't just show up here and... as if we aren't already working ourselves to the bone. Fine. If that's your wish, milady. I need to make preparations. A moment, if you will. And you? Are you Lady Durette's new servant? Or a bit of hired muscle? Doesn't matter. I'm supposed to be collecting fan flamingo plumes, but I have to deal with this inspection now. So I have no choice but to rely on you for help. Collect some fan flamingo plumes for me, will ya?
That girl. Something about her irks me. The way she smells... I can't quite put my finger on it.
What? You're already done? Oh, my days. You're pretty good. Ever considered working on a farm? Got your hands full, do you? Ah, well. I didn't think you'd be back so quickly. I'd best be off to see Lady Durette. See ya. See? All in order. We'd like to remind Her Ladyship that our farm was named this year's model taxpayer. We've never evaded paying our dues to the city, not even once. We have nothing to hide.
Paying taxes is nothing special as a Serendian. Looks like you had a good harvest year. Come on, adventurer. You did well today. Drinks are on me. I'll meet you at the Golden Toad Inn, remember? It's the place where we met Lara earlier.
We've never evaded paying our dues to the city, not even once. We have nothing to hide.
Stuff, leave it with me. Within your allowed space, of course.
Roy got us a wonderful spot. Is it to your liking? Now, let's see if you can outdrink a one-time princess. What, you think I used my privilege to get this spot? I would never take seats from my people. Come now, drink. Here, let me pour you one. Don't tell me you forgot how to drink as well. This here is a mead made with honey from Alejandro Farm. Even Calphrionians love it. It's little more than water to us Serendians. Now, bottoms up, all at once is the only way. What's that look? You don't think I poisoned it, do you? I would have done that back in Balanos had that been my intent. I can tell if you're drunk. Your face will be bright as red nose. Me, I can drink down a whole barrel and feel nothing. Aha! Now you're a true Serendian. Now it's my turn. Ah, that hits the spot. All right, let's get ourselves another round. Finally have a drinking partner. Cheers! Cheers! That hits the spot. Bottoms up. Jardine is a schmwinny. His betrothed is making so much effort. Like, does he not see me going around working so hard for him? I mean, I know he's busy, but can he come see me sometimes?
Obvious, you're up.
Right. Chairman of the Heidel League of Merchants, Bobby Lord. Time's up. Do you ever plan to repay your debt? Huh? My ex thirst for blood. You gonna quench it? Huh?
I told you, I need a few more days.
And how long has it been? We've shown enough leniency. Miss your deadline again, and we take the inn, as per our contract.
Is Sir Jordine the only hope for Heidel? This inn used to be my property. Now it's under Calpheon. Calpheon, those scoundrels.
The lady's sudden, lapse into unconsciousness must have startled you. I anticipated as much and was waiting outside. The lady's sudden...
There are reasons why I borrowed money from Calpheon. Is Sir Jordine... Calpheon, those scoundrels. Isabel won't be holding her head high for long. Is Sir Jordine the only hope for Heidel? Calpheon, those scoundrels.
Calpheon's finest resting place. Welcome to the Golden Toad Inn. This place is owned by the Shen Merchant Guild now. It's no longer a possession of Heidel.
Greetings, adventurer. I am Lady Dret's handmaiden, Carolyn. The lady's sudden, lapse into unconsciousness must have startled you. I anticipated as much and was waiting outside. I will return her ladyship safely home. Have no fear of that. Enjoy the rest of your evening beneath the Serendian moonlight. My lady? Wakey wakey. Lady Duret? Forgive me, my lady. I'm going to slap your soul back into you. Yes. Please, go ahead. I will answer what I can. Oh, if it's about slapping Lady Duret, don't mind me. Consider it her handmaiden's privilege. Isabel Encarosha, the Heidel branch manager of the Calpheon Jean Merchant Guild, and her associate, Povius. I'm sure you're already well aware, but Serendia is currently under Calpheonian rule. We can't help it. She is the sole heiress of House Encarosha, who holds a seat in Calpheon's parliament. You don't strike me as the type to heed advice. I can only hope you bring Our Lady no harm.
Serendians are so pathetic, unable to meet a simple deadline.
That's none of your business. You want to talk to Lady Isabel? You go through me first.
It's all right, Povius. I know this one. You're the breaker of chains, aren't you? What business could the savior of Balanos have with me? I haven't a black stone to speak of. Oh, are you looking to make some silver? Savior or not, I don't hire just anyone. So, you did lose your memory, and your understanding of the ways of this world, it seems. I'm a merchant. Information is as good as gold, and all information finds its way into my pockets. So, it's only logical that I know the description of the one who was the talk of all Balinos.
You're Lady Jarrett's guest. Please, can you help me?
Grace was truly brilliant. How did the guild end up with a man such as this as its head? The Jean Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heidel. Why can't they understand that?
You're helping the Grand Chamberlain, right? Then help me first. I lead the merchants here. Sir Jordine tasked me with something important, though I've been ensnared in this scheme and need your help.
Phovius, have you sharpened your axe? I feel we shall have need of it shortly.
Lady Jarrett here. She would have insisted on aiding me. Please, I beg of you. You're the savior of Velia. I'm sure Chief Igor gave you quite a reward. Perhaps you could part with some small sum of silver? I'll return it all, and then some.
I can't bear to watch this any longer. Are you really going to help this pauper? Very well. Head to the Lynch farm and collect the Merchant League's debt. In return, I'll waive this month's interest for him.
Isabel, you know that's impossible. Marana Lynch is dead. They can't pay off the debt. Damn. Look, please help me any way you can. I'm sure the Grand Chamberlain will be grateful for your help. I don't know where you hail from, but if you help me resolve this, I will personally vouch for you.
What? Bobby Lauren? Money? Ugh, step aside! Look at this mess. Does it look like I've got money? Want to pick a fight with a woman with nothing left to lose? Ha! I didn't think so. Now get over there and out of the way! What do you mean you can't drive the imps out? You're elite soldiers! You just plan on standing around? I can't just give up the biggest farm in the north! Where'd all our tax money go? Do you know how much I've paid? My husband's dead. I've even lost my wedding ring! This farm is all I have left of him! It's all I have! Calm down! This farm was our everything! How can everyone tell me to give it up so easily? Unhand me! I'd rather tear every imp apart with my bare hands, even if it means following my husband into an untimely grave!
Are you genuinely asking or mocking us? Look at the sheer number of them. We'd be marching to our deaths. The imps here were once altar imps, tasked with the sacred duty of protecting the wizard's altar. They used to live here peacefully, coexisting with the villagers. But at some point they started showing their true colors. Anyway, our orders were not to get rid of the imps. We're to stop this madwoman from provoking them.
Is that so? I'd love to take you at your word, but even those soldiers are hesitant to fight them. If you're here seeking an honorable death or something, please do it out of sight. I don't need that on my conscience. did you handle them all on your own? Adventurer, please, I must beg one more favor. Please! Inside there is the house where my husband and I used to live. We fled in such a hurry, I left my wedding ring behind.
You're more skilled than I anticipated. Have you already had a run-in with the imps? Nothing out of the ordinary. Checking on the diligence of my debt collectors is a regular task, and if they were indeed diligent in their duties, I might have information to share as a sort of bonus. The leader of the altar imps here is called Dastard Beg. Surely you didn't think the elites of Heidel dared not approach on account of a few imps, did you? An imp larger than Diapovius here, and of even greater strength. Much like the Red Nose you defeated in Balanos, Beg was a troublesome imp, instigating duels whenever he could. He was quite the headache for Heidel. He was unnaturally strong and went undefeated, mercilessly crippling every fighter who stood against him. So, Heidel sought out the best mercenary they could find. Thus, Liberto was welcome to Serendia to solve the problem. After losing to Liberto, he no longer sought duels. Instead, he and his minions laid traps or ambushes, attacking and butchering those caught unaware. Now, people call him Dastard Beg for his cowardice. As for Liberto Lynch of Dandelion, it's said he settled down in Serendia after defeating Beg. Rumor has it that Beg returned after the sighting of a man clad in black, just like with Red Nose. Your countenance seems to question how I know so much. I told you, I'm a merchant. Gathering information is my trade. It behooves me to get rid of him, so fear not. The cost of this information is included in your fee. Anyway, it seems you're handling the task well, so I'll be returning to Heidel. Do take care not to get hurt, won't you? Oh, and also, despite the soldiers' best efforts, Beg continues to elude them. You can do better, can't you?
My husband was never on good terms with Sir Jordine. I thought that may have been why he sent such riffraff. I thought they were worse than Calpheon. I'm truly blessed to have met you, adventurer. Here, this is everything I have. Now that I have the ring, nothing else matters. This amount should be more than enough to settle our debt with that bastard Bobby Lauren. Whatever silver is left over is yours, adventurer. Without debt haunting me, I can easily turn a profit again. Whatever silver is left over is yours, adventurer. Without debt haunting me, I can...
If you have a lot of stuff, leave it with me. Within your allowed space, of course.
Sir Jordine, the owner... The farm was in such a mess. How did you... It seems Lady Jarette has a good eye for talent. Yes! Oh, I will make sure to tell the Grand Chamberlain of your deeds. I'm sure this isn't the last we'll be seeing of each other.
There you are. I hear you helped Bobby Lauren. He's the Grand Chamberlain's right hand, so well done. Calpheon's Jean Merchant Guild has been greedily eyeing Heidel's market. It's you who've thwarted their ambitions. Ah, Lady Jarette requests your presence. Please come to the palace. I shall go ahead and make the necessary preparations. Do come in a timely manner. I'll be waiting.
Nonsense! This wagon brought up.
Just when will they arrive? What would make that old man Roy work faster? I was much too soft on him last time. I'll make sure to act more firmly from now on and... Adventurer! Finally, Sir Jordine is looking for you. Let's hurry before he gets pulled into a meeting. It took a lot of effort to get you this opportunity. You should be honored, adventurer, to walk the palace grounds with me. That is Sir Royg's office. I say it's far too nice considering his position. I'm sure you've heard much about our Grand Chamberlain. He may seem a bit particular at times, but beneath it all, he's quite the gentle soul. Especially toward talented individuals. I'm sure you more than fit those qualifications. Here we are, the Grand Chamberlain's office. Rather modest for his authority, don't you think?
Adventurer, welcome. It's not much, but make yourself at home. Praise for you has been abundant in my circles. I simply couldn't resist extending an invitation to meet. I share a dream with the people of Serendia. For our homeland to prosper far beyond that of Calphion. For the happiness of the citizens of Serendia. Will you help me fulfill this dream? There's a castle ruins to the southeast of Serendia. Land named Montvedel that once belonged to a count. Now it's nothing more than a den for traitors who discarded their oaths of loyalty like worn-out shoes. They must be brought to justice.
But Sir Jordine, that's where Owl is. He's your friend. You can't kill him.
My lady, there is not a soul alive unaware of the threat that Lord Alfonso Rundi's forces pose for Heidel. Our friendship is what's kept him alive this long. But the safety of this country is my top priority. As future inheritor of this dukedom, you must also be strong. The people look to you as a beacon of truth and justice.
Joe!
I should be seeing to the Montvedel ruins personally, but my forces are currently engaged with the Biragi bandits. Moreover, the fact that Alfonso Rundi and I were once friends is well known among the people of Serendia. So it is fortunate timing for a talented adventurer such as yourself to be here now. Will you help me? They are gaining strength by pillaging the surrounding area. We cannot let them extend their reach to Moretti Farm. If you succeed in taking down the Montvedel forces, I promise you honor and fortune. And I shall do everything I can to help you find the White Witch. I've been investigating a missing person case lately. When we next meet, I may have something to share on the matter. Of course, I will await your answer. My lady, please excuse me. I have a meeting to attend.
Adventurer, come to my chambers. So, I must be strong and just, as Sir Jordine said. A friend's life for the people of Serendia. There's something you should know before you depart for Montverdel. Jordine Ducasse, the son of a secretary. Alfonso Rundi, the son of a knight. And me, Duret Domingat, the youngest daughter of the king. All hailing from different backgrounds, yet we were friends. To one another, we were Joe, Al, and Jerry. Always playing happily with one another. As we grew older, we began to realize the differences in our status. Then everything changed when Calphion attacked. Joe and Al, those carefree scoundrels, enlisted to fight under General Cliff. I remained within the castle walls, entirely unaware of how the war was unfolding. When word came that the enemy was at our door, I tried to escape, but was captured by Calphion. I took a blow to the head when I was taken prisoner. I thought surely my end had come. But when I opened my eyes again, I found myself in Jordine's arms. A strong jaw, a sharp nose, the sound of labored breathing. My heart races each time I recall that moment. After the war, he rose to the rank of Grand Chamberlain. He proposed to me, making us heirs to Serendia. But instead of celebrating our union, Al locked himself away in his estate, refusing to ever see me again. What horrors must he have endured in the war? I cannot fathom how we three came to be in such a state as this. That said, Alfonso Rundi is still my friend. But as Sir Jordine said, I must steel myself for the sake of my state. Promise me, swear, that you won't kill him. Do you understand? I need your word that his life will be spared. Now, I wonder what meeting Sir Jordine's attending. Roig told me he had nothing scheduled today. Come to think of it, he didn't head toward the meeting room. Could he be seeking a private audience with Father at a time like this? And it's right on the heels of his proposal regarding Alfonso. I have a bad feeling about this. We must go.
Grand Chamberlain, Sir Edmund Dawson of the extraction mill, still complains about the delivery schedule.
He's trying to pin his embezzlement on us.
What are you talking about? Speak plainly, Jordine.
Bring in the sword. Sir Edmund sent me this sword as a gift. It appears ordinary at first glance, but were you to hold it yourself, you would sense the darkness within, like gripping a shadow. It's undoubtedly been refined with pure black crystals, likely pilfered from our extraction mill.
Those Calphion scum. When will they leave us be? Well, at least it's not about Alfonso. I'll personally deal with the black crystals later. For now, let's focus on the task at hand. Let's first head to the Moretti farm and assess the situation. It's closest to Montverdel, so we're bound to find something. I'll personally deal with the black crystals later. For now... This is Moretti Farm, the granary of Serendia. And just south of here is Monvedel territory. Lately, there's been a noticeable increase in soldiers in Monvedel, despite it being nothing but ruins. Which means either they're stealing from Moretti Farm, or they're getting help. Well, now that we're here, how should we approach this? We can't just outright ask if they're colluding with Al, can we? This is Moretti Farm, the granary of Serendia. And just south of here is Monvedel territory. That could work. You're smarter than you look. Right. Give them a casual greeting, Dret. Don't seem too stiff, and don't lose your temper. Deep breath.
Didn't the Scarecrow attack you on your way here? Greetings. I am Mercianne Moretti. I run Moretti Farm. Greetings. I am Mercianne Moretti. I run How can I help you, adventurer? Oh, and Lady Jarette.
Hello. Oh, there's that scent again. Why does it haunt me so? Ah, Mercianne, it's been some time. I hope you're paying your taxes on time?
Taxes? Wasn't that last week? They went up a fair margin, but we paid them without complaint.
Oh, is that so? There's that scent again. Why does it haunt me so? Yes, I was wondering the same. Why are soldiers hanging around a farm?
They're mercenaries from Medea, currently protecting the farm.
What? Median forces on your farm? Surely you haven't forgotten where your allegiances lie.
What am I to do then? I requested Heidel to send troops to fend off the monsters, but they never came. Do you know how much I've spent on them? If you don't enjoy their presence, send some soldiers of your own. Rebels and the army. They're all Heidelians. It's a pity. It's been ages since I requested soldiers, and she brings me just one. What do you expect them to accomplish? Just like that? I can't believe it. After everything I did. Actually, why didn't the Lord send someone like you earlier?
This one here is one of mine. Could you send your mercenaries away now?
Of course, but I already paid for their services. Oh well, I guess I could give them some farm work. I thought all the wheat over there was lost. I'm glad I'll be able to harvest it now. Is there something else you need? Or are you looking for some work here? If so, you can ask the workers here. Rewards won't be much, but should be worth your while. If so, you can ask the workers here. Reward? Why ask me? I'm swamped with work on the farm. And you saw how many monsters were in the wheat field just now, right?
Mercianne, I'm here for the supplies. Let's quickly be done with it.
Ah, Coco, just in time. Everything's ready in the barn. Oh.
See, Povius? It's just as I told you. Serendians all have secrets they're hiding. So, the intel of Moretti Farms siphoning grains was true. You know, you could have settled your debt with that.
I said I needed just one more week, Lady Isabel. You can't just barge in like this. Besides, you agreed to the extension. I mean, do you not trust me? Have you no faith?
Ah, so you're saying Serendians are trustworthy? And how much of my goodwill must I extend? One lends money but does not receive, while the other does not return what was loaned. Who's the villain? Of course it's the latter. Besides, I'm not pressing her for immediate payment. I'm just reminding her that the date is forthcoming. So, what brings you here, adventurer? All of the troops at the castle ruins by yourself? You're good, but that would truly be impressive. You know, they're actually quite pitiful once you come to know them. I heard tax rates rose quite a bit in Serendia, did they not? Many who took loans from our Jean Merchant Guild claimed they did so to pay off their mounting taxes. I was just about to go and remind the Baron of his debt. But I heard a disturbing rumor going around. Word is that he's gotten his hands on a black stone. I'm not foolish enough to discuss debts in such circumstances. Yet here I find you, heading the same way as I, prepared to do my dirty work for me.
The wheat on this farm doesn't split. Anyone can have their fill.
So, I'd like to request you to be my escort. You might as well be under my official employ.
Isabel, I'm literally standing right here. You cannot be so bold when thieving my champions from me.
Oh, I had no such intention. If ever the adventurer goes to Calpheon, I merely wish to offer my assistance. As it happens, I too am on my way to the Eastern Gateway. The more the merrier when it comes to traveling, hence my proposal.
If you dare pull such a stunt in front of me again, I'll have the Jean Merchant Guild's business license revoked.
Of course, my lady. Of course.
Are you here to suppress the rebellion? Arundi must receive his punishment! If you help us, we will pay a handsome...
I told Arundi to surrender.
Serendia's fate is like a candle in the wind, and yet I'm here blockading some beat-up land.
The Baron of Montvidel, no, Alfonso should know better.
All of Serendia should be fighting together. Oh, so you're the one Sir Jordine spoke of? But why are you alone? This is not good.
Sir Havano Tito, did you just doubt the judgment of our Grand Chamberlain? Hold your tongue and give us the status report.
What? Lady Durette? What brings her ladyship to such dangerous... Yes, my lady. Right away. As you can see, not so good. We're barely keeping them from marching through. Where did they get the funding to maintain such a large force, damn it? Alfonso,
Born to a knight in name alone, he worked the land same as me. Yeah, he distinguished himself in the war, even received a title for it. If I'd been as fortunate in finding good friends and a mentor, I'd probably be living the high life in Heidel by now.
Do I hear a mere captain belittling the efforts of a baron of Serendia? And in the presence of greater nobility, no less. If Captain Cliff were around, he would have demoted you into dust. Keep your wagging tongue behind your teeth, lest I take it from you.
Apologies, my lady. I'm just frustrated with the current situation. It's such an important time, but he's... So, how do you plan on fighting them? Gonna take them on by yourself? What? My lady, don't worry, I'm... Damn it, these bloody bastards! Lady Direct, get inside! Lady Isabel, hurry! Shit! I will protect the ladies! Everyone, guard the gates! Wipe them all out!
That power!
Adventurer,
My lady!
I told you I've been taken hostage before. You can see what toll that's taken on me. Damn it. I hoped you'd never see this side of me. Just give me a moment to compose myself, would you? Adventurer, thank you. How Alfonso Rundi was here, right? How was he? I want to know. I only caught a glimpse, but he didn't seem human. More like a demon. I don't believe it. He was the paragon of justice. What could have driven him to such extremes? So, they've decided to settle it amongst themselves, have they? Truly, the minds of men are beyond my comprehension. I have to find Sir Roig and return to Heidel. I'll leave this to you, and again, do not kill him, okay? Thank you. I'll rest in Glish in the meantime. Cho, Al, what has happened to us?
Though it's not much, I have some good items with me. Soldiers here.
Lady Isabel wishes to speak with you. Mind your manners and listen well.
My true purpose here is to parley with the Baron of Montvidel. I'll be needing your assistance. Who would have thought the Baron would change so? That's why your help has become even more crucial. I know you're not here to kill the Baron because of his ties to Lady Jarette. Lady Jarette is known for her hot temper, but she also cares passionately for those she holds dear. I'm certain your lady wouldn't consider this betrayal, and I'll reward you handsomely. I have full confidence in your ability to carry out this task. Povius will provide you with the pigeon.
I hope you've taken Lady Isabel's words to heart. Here, get it done.
black stone. Did Jordine send you? I shall thwart him and protect Serendia for the glory and splendor of Serendia! Impossible. How do you wield such power? Who can possibly stop Jordine now? Impossible. Impossible. How do you wield such power? Who can possibly stop Jordine now? So this is the end for Serendia. You win. Strike me down. Claim your victory. I only regret that I could not drag Jordine down to hell with me. Did I not command you to take my life? Do you dare tarnish my honor as a baron? The Grand Chamberlain's war is now inevitable. Perhaps it's fate. What are you waiting for? Finish me! Indeed. Even Duke Domungat, now nothing more than an old man, turns a blind eye to his schemes. The war left us nothing but scars, but he seeks to rekindle its flames again. I grew up the son of a poor knight, serving the Count of Montverdel. I became close friends with Princess Girette and Jordine, the son of a secretary. Things have become a bit complicated now, but back then, Girette was nothing short of an angel. My feelings for her grew by the day, but my humble status kept them from forming into action. When Calpheon invaded Serendia, Jordine's father was serving on the front line. Unfortunately, his father fell in battle, and that ever-cheerful lad spirit was forever shattered. Jordine and I enlisted in General Cliff's unit and fought fearlessly, like demons in the vanguard. Victory was nearly within our grasp, but then, in a cruel twist of fate, Girette was captured by the enemy. There was a woman who had a hand in Girette's kidnapping. Turns out, she was Jordine's lover. As a close friend, only I knew of this, but since we needed his help in rescuing Girette, I didn't make mention of it. I proposed a desperate plan to General Cliff, sending out 3 of our best warriors to rescue her. I had hoped to be the one to rescue her, and once the war had ended, propose marriage with the dignity of a war hero. However, it was Jordine who snatched the role of knight in shining armor from me. During the mission, Jordine acted impulsively. I aided him and suffered a severe leg injury for it. As he escaped with Jarrett in his arms, I could do nothing but watch. But even then, I still trusted my friend. Right after her rescue, the war ended. Calpheon made an example of the Monvidel lands by reducing them to ash. At the ceremony to honor the war heroes, Jordine was made Grand Chamberlain, and Jarrett his bride-to-be. And I became Baron of some stone-wrought ruins. Impossible. How do you wield? Since then, I've led the quiet, humble life of a farmer. That is, until I learned of Jordine's plans for war. I wished to halt the war, to safeguard Serendia, to protect Jarrett. But alas. Then, what nonsense is this? Are you not a hired sword sent by Jordine? This is all part of his plan to quell Monvidel, rally the remaining forces, and strike at Calpheon. Jarrett, she sent you? Stop spouting rubbish. Why would Jordine's betrothed want me spared? It's a bold-faced lie. She still considers me a friend. I see. Yes, she was always so sentimental. But what of her husband-to-be? He'll likely never leave me be. Even if you spare me now, Jordine will just try to kill me again. Might as well end it here. Do it. And why are you twisting that particular knife again? Your treasonous blade is indeed Jordine's, not Jarrett's. He paid you off in black stones, didn't he? And you use its power, not knowing how it consumes you! And yet you still feign innocence. Did he order you to conceal your identity? If such power is unknown to you, what is this black aura that lurks behind you? No doubt that is the same power I wield. You flaunt that power so blatantly. Did you think no one would notice?
So, the Black Crystal incident at the mill was your doing, I see.
Isabel and Karosha, why are you here? The Grand Chamberlain's mercenary colluding with my benefactor? What's become of Heidel? Or could it be that my benefactor doubts me and sent an assassin to dispose of a potential problem?
Simply put, I aimed to make the Baron of Monvidel the direct competitor to the Grand Chamberlain. The Callous Parliament was keeping a close eye on the Chamberlain, but our Baron here was a little impatient. Even with Serendia's main forces tied up at the Baragi Den, you couldn't even handle Havano's ragtag army. And then you stole a black stone and became consumed by it. You've lost all credibility. Lord Alfonso, hand over that black stone to me. It's the least you can do to preserve our relationship. You know very well what awaits you at the end of black stone addiction, don't you?
Fine. Take it. How do you plan to prevent the coming war now?
That settles an urgent matter, but nothing is truly resolved yet. Lord Alfonso, I need you to hold tight and wait while your true role unfolds.
Understood.
Adventurer, what troubles you? Your countenance suggests you have many questions. Feel free to ask whatever you wish, but time is of the essence, so make it brief. Heidel may have pledged loyalty to Calpheon, but there are still many who remain hostile. Jordine Ducasse and Johann Cliff. They are men who prefer the sword to the pen. Also, the Duke may be an old man now, but he was once a general who led campaigns to Valencia. I simply seek to keep them on their toes, so their blades won't turn toward Calpheon. That's all. Oh dear, I know you lost your memories, but to have lost all common sense as well? Enrique Encorosha, one of the richest men in Calpheon and a member of the Parliament. He's my father. Did you help me all this time without knowing this? How cute. How naive. Red Nose and Gieth both had black stones, but after you defeated them, those stones were nowhere to be found. It's easy enough to put two and two together. I'm sure you have your reasons for taking them, so I won't ask. I want to make a deal instead. You get what you want, and I get what I want. If you make further efforts to aid me, the Baron's black stone will be yours. What say you, adventurer? Is that reason enough to help me? Good. I need more concrete evidence that the Grand Chamberlain is preparing for war. Sir Havano Tito is the Grand Chamberlain's closest advisor. He should have whatever incriminating documents we need. I hear he has a fireflake flower allergy. We'll be able to use that to our advantage. Here, take this fireflake flower. Speak softly and act naturally. Got it?
That Alfonso, always acting so superior, always getting in my way. Yes, me? What? Take that thing away from me. I'm allergic to fireflake flower. Come back later. Take that thing away from me. I'm allergic to fire. There's no need for leniency towards those who betrayed their country. Am I right?
There's nothing you can't handle, is there? I'm starting to like you more and more. Why was he keeping this? To use as leverage against the Grand Chamberlain? Should have burned it. This! It's a secret order from the Grand Chamberlain to put greater pressure on Montfidel. But the sponsor, Bobby... Lauren? Oh, this took an interesting turn. He should be in Glish on business right about now. I knew it was strange for the country's biggest guild to be troubled by such small debt.
irritating ones.
Human sacrifices.
It's my greatest pity that I wasn't born a noble. Are you a noble? Ah, you're not. Oh well. Now my work is to protect the village.
You met Kana.
Where you from, huh? Where you from? Welcome.
Let's have another.
Blast this shitty world. Always kicks me when I'm down. Back in my day, we climbed the ladder. From the bottom. Hey, you, adventurer. I hear you ingratiated yourself with her ladyship of late. Back in my day, we climbed the ladder. Yeah, you have no proof I wrote this. Hey, just because you have Lady Jarrett's backing doesn't make you less of an outsider. Listen well. I, Chairman Lauren of the Heidel Merchant Guild, wield the power. If you wish to make any sort of living in Serendia, yes, those Calphion scum may have taken one of my inns because I defaulted on stupid.
My goodness. The inn's gotten brighter since you came in.
His reaction is, well, as passionate as my suspicions have settled into certainty. After all, the flow of coin never lies. Once Bobby Lawrence sobers up, he'll likely run off to report this to the Grand Chamberlain. Best to ply him with more drink to buy some time. In the meantime, we have work to do. As you're probably keenly aware by now, Serendia's coffers aren't exactly overflowing. So where do you suppose the Grand Chamberlain, who's preparing for war, is getting his— It's the Black Crystals, of course. I've heard talk of frequent attacks on recent shipments heading to Calphion. Well, go on. Investigate. Povius and I will keep an eye on Bobby. Oh dear, have you forgotten? I have the Baron's Black Stone. You want this, and I want your full— We both know exactly what we want, so don't complicate things. I'm nothing if not trustworthy. Caesar is in charge of security for this town and the mill. Ask him to prioritize the safety of Jean Merchant goods. I'll leave the method of negotiation up to you. I'm certain you won't disappoint. Oh, and I hear the town is currently short on drinking water. Take this. It should curry you some favor. We both know exactly what we want, so don't complicate things. I'm nothing if not trustworthy.
Adventurer? Damn Vogan's wretched Nagas! We can't get any water because of them. It's a nightmare. Finally, some support from Heidel. Great work. I can finally breathe easy thanks to you. Dark! Water supplies just arrived. Prepare for distribution immediately. Townsfolk are waiting. Water's great, but if they don't send that mercenary soon, we're just drawing out the inevitable. Ah, you came alone. Is there any chance you're the famed mercenary I requested the Grand Chamberlain to dispatch? I hope you live up to the rumors, for it's an honor that a mercenary favored by her ladyship has come to our aid. Indeed, I heard you handled the Montfidel lot single-handed. Your exploits have made you the talk of the town, so of course I'll put in a special request for you specifically. If you're as good as they say, you'll be of great help to Glish. Oh. Perhaps you're not the one I requested after all. Don't mind me. Must be the stress of recent events getting to me. Our lands have become a battlefield. Our guards are too busy to even blink. Oh, Then you are the adventurer indeed. I have heard that you are under the employ of the guild as well as her ladies. Some talent you must be to get the approval of so many prominent public figures. Well, the inevitable has come to pass. It's been an headache to say the least. The Naga and Fogan situation has reached boiling point. It's become something that our garrison cannot handle alone. Did you know him? This place is practically a war zone. All that fighting with the Fogans and Nagas, day in, day out. Not only villagers living here, but also passing merchants are being attacked. It's utter chaos. Our village is surrounded by great swaths of marshland. In fact, Nagas have lived there for many years. For the longest time, they lived peacefully alongside us. But one day, this bastard Titium arrived, bringing his tribe all the way from the great desert of Valencia, and laid claim to over half the marshland. Since then, it's been nothing but conflict. It's been 9 years already. We're the ones who ended up paying for his audacity. That's why we requested reinforcements from Heidel, which made me think that the Grand Chamberlain sent you. I heard he's been focusing on military training these days, so I hoped he'd bring a swift end to those Nagas and Fogans. We waited and waited, but aid never came, and everyone's complaining. It's a living nightmare. What are we supposed to do? Our own villages are in danger. Do you really think that we've got time to protect stray wagons? If only we had a couple more outstanding soldiers like yourself, we wouldn't be facing these problems. A pity, innit? Of course, we'd like to do just that, but our hands are somewhat tied given the current circumstance. Do I have to keep repeating myself? Dealing with the Nagas and Fogans remains our priority. Understood? Finally, somebody who speaks sense. If you sort this mess out, I'll make you a promise. I will promise to make the safety of Jean Merchant Guild my top priority. How's that sound, huh? Ah! Grand Chamberlain! Shh! Our deal. Keep it to yourself.
Adventurer, what a pleasure to run into you here. Word of your deeds has reached all the way to Heidel. They say you single-handedly took down Alfonso Rundi. Lady Jarrett is at the castle resting. She seems to have a lot on her mind. Due to the rampant activities of the Biragi bandits, we simply couldn't spare the troops to send to Glish. So I took the time to deal with them personally. But seeing you here has taken a weight off my shoulders. Security Officer Caesar, would you give them charge of the town's security? I can vouch for their ability.
Yes, of course, sir. I was just about to entrust such a task to the adventurer.
I remember promising to bestow wealth and honor upon you. I look forward to seeing what you will do. Ah, and that white witch you were curious about? It seems I might have some good news for you soon. Security Officer, Heidel will take care of the rewards for the adventurer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have urgent matters to attend to.
If it had caught me dealing with the Jean Merchant Guild, that'd have been the end for me. As you're aware, the Grand Chamberlain to test Calfian. We could have been in some serious trouble. But what can we do? Our noses are to the grindstone. We're in no position to be choosy whether it's Calfian or Valencia. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, head to the outskirts of the village and teach those guys a... Don't worry about our deal. It still stands. Beggars can't be choosers, and we're out of options. The Grand
Red leeches eat through iron.
Against each other.
skills, all right. You got the makings of an official guild member. Lady Isabel learned something from interrogating Bobby Lauren. Would you like to hear it? There's a place with some unusually violent Nagas. Even your average Naga returns from there with bloodshot eyes. I acknowledge you got the skills, but how long can you keep slaying an end? Find the source and just...
You're the one who awoke in the stone chamber. I suppose you've come in search of the relic's power. Huh?
Wait, I'm not your enemy. Damn it. Completely lost your senses. I understand your resentment, but you shouldn't come with such power. Oh, you're here. Could you grab that necklace for me?
Our king are dying. The desert Fogans are rooting us out. The Naga, we will reclaim our homeland. With the relic, we will be reborn.
This relic, it will not save the Nagas. Its power is temporary, and the darkness will swallow you whole.
The relic!
It's good to see you again. From Balanos to Serendia, no place is safe. I worry that Calfiot... Do you have some loose ends to tie up here? Or maybe there's something you need to ask? Well, go ahead, ask away. We have a few questions for you, too.
What? Really? You could hear the Naga's voice? Aiden, this would be an outstanding addition to our paper!
Now hold your horses, Yaz. I know it's exciting, but we haven't confirmed anything yet. What brought you here in the first place, anyway? Don't tell me you are after that relic, too. I suppose it's all you have to rely on, having lost your memories and all. You would be wise to remember my words. Those intoxicated by the Black Spirits have all met the same fate. Looks like that thing is blabbing to you again.
Huh? Eden, we need more data to compare against the control group, huh? Hey! Wait for me, you stubborn old muttonhead! hoped to get a salty boiled egg.
What brings you all the way to the extraction mill? It's not a problem that can be solved by just blocking that grim forest. The spirit sending me here.
Yes, keep that in mind.
Are you looking for something in particular?
It's been a long time since my last customer. This is the only stable around this area.
As expected, you exceed every rumor. Your skills are incredible to behold indeed. Some of those Naga enthusiasts might be upset, but above all else, the town's safety is paramount. Nagas aren't usually that vicious, so you can take it easy for a while. Yeah, the Fogans are still causing a ruckus. If this keeps up, the swamp will turn into a full-blown frog paradise. So that's what happened, right? I did find it odd. Monsters don't just suddenly start pouring out like that. Oh, I see that twinkle. You're quite curious about the Fogans. Well, go on then. Let's sweep them up while we're at it. There's a guard camp just south of the town. Soldiers have been dispatched to deal with the Fogans. Go see Mal, the captain of the southern guard camp. She should have some useful info on the Fogans for you. Once this Fogan nonsense is resolved, as promised, I'll arrange for personnel to guard the guild's wagons.
the actual profit is the first step of trading. Business is not something to be done hastily.
Are you a new recruit? What to do? My head's about to explode. Ah! What was that? Caesar sent you? Huh? Really? With the forces in such a state, he's rushing me again. Am I the mighty Captain Cliff, veteran of 100 battles? Huh? Really? With the Force, don't let all this hefty armor fool you. I'm a renowned scholar and linguist. I heard the Fogans, usually seen only across the desert, were spotted here. So, of course, I hastily applied. But oh my, they want me to kill them. What? Of course! By the looks of things, the Fogans didn't come here because they wanted to. It would be a fool's errand to face so many Fogans with such a minute force. I don't want to die. If only we could communicate with them. I think we could get them to return to the desert. I knew it! You had the same thought as well. Why would desert Fogans want to come to this dank swamp? It's clear there are some circumstances we're unaware of. There must be some way we can get through to them. Ah! I know! Take this! It's a moist ball. The desert Fogans are crazy for it. I'm sure it'll help. It's clear there are some circumstances we're unaware of. There must be some way we can... It's clear there are some circumstances... What? You managed to capture a Fogan alive? It seems I may have underestimated you. Why didn't I even think of doing that? Of great work. With this little guy, we can study the Fogan language, and soon we'll be communicating clearly with those frog folks. But there is one who will never listen to our words. I'd like you to take care of him for me. Yes, the leader that brought those Fogans from the desert, the Fogan chief, Titium. Every time we hear the sound of a croaking toad, our whole camp shivers with fear. If he weren't around, we might just be able to get through to the Fogans. Please? It would be a great help.
I wish there were a more peaceful solution, but we're out of options. That nobody knows where he resides, but he always appears on certain occasions. They're at war with the Nagas now, aren't they? When their young ones or food supplies are targeted, he appears out of nowhere, sweeps up the Nagas, and then disappears again. Just like a goat. I don't know why he only makes these selected appearances. I'm still looking into that. If you start rummaging around their nesting grounds, or maybe where they keep the hatchlings' food stores, they'll surely summon their chieftain themselves. All you have to do is face him then. I've been observing the Fogans a lot, and there's...
Donut, my old friend! Why did you do it? Why did you betray me?
you've taken down Titium. Who knew such a talent was hidden within the Jean Merchant Guild? May I ask where you hail from? Have you thought about making a name for yourself in Serendia? And don't you worry about those security issues any longer. A promise is a promise, and trust is met with trust.
Adventurer, you're here. I've been waiting for you. Of course, I first thought you were just a fearless country bumpkin. But seeing you in action, can't say I'm not growing fond of you. Lady Isabel has gone to Heidel to take over a business from the Heidel League of Merchants. She will certainly keep her end of the promise as soon as she returns. Have no fear. Do not. When the Jean Merchant Guild first began trading here, I distinctly recall having it. One day, he just vanished. No trace to be found. Went out to the marshes and never returned, they said. I don't know what business you have with him, but why not talk to the current chief? Freyro, I think it was. I saw him on the way here. He was talking with some alchemist.
The demon spotted at Alejandro Farm. How did it happen? Was it truly a minion of Belmont?
It could be, or perhaps it was a coincidence.
Oh, oh! Is it the ancient stone chamber? That would be bad.
Is there anything suspicious going on?
Word is the overseer of the Black Crystal Extraction Mill has been acting strangely as of late.
Do you mean Sir Edmund?
An ominous presence is lurking around him. He's a black crystal addict. Is it possible that he could have awakened some kind of unknown relic?
Ooh, that sounds like something big. I gotta tell Eden. Big news incoming, la 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 la.
You will only find disappointment if you expect my welcome. Rumor has it, there's an adventurer causing quite a stir around the village. I reckon that must be you. I'm pleased to finally make your acquaintance. I am Freyro, Chief of Glish. On behalf of the village, I'd like to express my gratitude.
There's a face I'm always happy to see. You seem more vibrant than ever, and that truly warms my heart.
So, what brings you to this old man? If there's anything I can assist you with, say the word. So, what brings you to this old man? If there's anything I can assist you with, say the word. Straight to the point with talk of Donat, eh? How did an outsider like you come to know that name? If you were hoping to meet him, I'm afraid you're too late. He departed this world a long time ago. Titium, the Fogan leader who drove the Nagas from the desert. No. Could it be? If the Fogans ended up like this because of what happened back then... Alustan, doesn't it seem to fit together?
It may very well, but the records are sealed and no one knows the truth of that day. Even you. You were with Donat that day, yet you cannot remember what happened.
That's right. When I regained consciousness, I found myself right back here. Now listen. Everyone in town is very tight-lipped about Donat. It's best not to pry into it.
Hold on, Freyro. Adventurer. Donat was tainted by black crystals that led to his ultimate demise. Any records he left are sealed with dark energy. Given your situation, I feel you may be uniquely qualified to delve into those records and unearth the truth for yourself.
Balluston, why would you speak of such a thing? Could it be this adventurer is the one you spoke of?
Finally, I've got my hands on the key. My preparations are complete.
Donut. Please reconsider. It could be more dangerous than we thought. Reinforcements will arrive soon from Heidel.
Listen, Frero. Do you really think I'm doing all this for the sake of the town?
My friend, you are clearly tainted by the Black Stone.
Tainted? We'll find out soon enough! The greatness of Hexa. Behold! The one true king! Who will save us? Why not? But another presence has already claimed you. Where there is light, so we are. Our paths shall cross again soon.
I see you're back from reading Donat's journal, huh? I've been waiting. I need you to go somewhere for me. Hey, what's that look for? It's not like I'm gonna eat you. I'm way too cute to do something so morbid. Go on. Eden has something to discuss with you. Eden may be a bit of a rascal, but he wouldn't waste your time over nothing. Get going!
This frog. I have noted anything suspicious. Now all that's left is the investigation.
I've been waiting for you. The journal you brought from the ruins. Could I take a look at it? Interesting. It's entirely blank. Donat was a scholar, so he definitely would have left something.
It's not alchemy. I can tell you that much for sure.
Surely there'll be a trace left somewhere.
Unfortunately, there's no way to tell. There's no sign of a reaction from his machine. Just what are you trying to get from this Fogan specimen? Don't tell me you too are chasing after this hogwash about the product. What the?
The gem of balance is reacting. Adventurer, can you see it too? There's dark energy in the journal. This is a record of Belmore. Belmore? I never thought I'd see that name in here. Is the mistake of Dawn returning? Ever since Alejandro's farm, I've been hoping we heard wrong. We need to alert Master Alustin first. He should still be with Chief Freyro. As you found it, maybe it should be you who delivers the record. I need to check for any more clues on this Fogan specimen.
Going to regret the day it was born.
Looks like you found something. What truly happened to Donat? A journal. Astonishing. Belmorn. So that's why Belmorn's minions appeared here, so far removed from old Hexa. Of course.
His best option to protect the town against Calpheon was the Monarch of Darkness? Does this mean that the Shadow Knights have settled here? Where exactly are they?
A desert Fogan tribe, migrating all the way to a Serendian swamp. It has been Donat's machination for certain. He likely sought to sow chaos to cover his tracks as he attempted to summon the darkness. Titium was probably so hooked on black stones that he had no choice but to forcibly bring his kin out here. Yet, as a bloody war was waiting for them here, of course he would have harbored a grudge against Donat. Adventurer, it seems we can no longer treat you as a simple black spirit symbiote. Listen here. Long ago, Belmorn reigned as king over the Hexa Kingdom. He was an ambitious conqueror who instilled fear far beyond his dominion. Yet time takes its toll on all of us, including him. Belmorn was growing older, as were his worries. In an abominable act, he summoned the evil god Kazaka, unleashing a wave of corruption that left all it touched neither living nor dead. And so righteous individuals emerged to contest and ultimately vanquish both King Belmorn and the Kazaka. These individuals were known as the Knights of Dawn, pursuers of truth and defenders of balance. However, the fallen Belmorn did not simply vanish. Instead, he left a lingering curse on the souls of the surviving knights. Those who sealed and oversaw Belmorn's remnants, the descendants of the Knights of Dawn, little by little were consumed by darkness. They became the Shadow Knights, now orchestrating the revival of Belmorn. The descendants of the Knights of Dawn, little by little were consumed by darkness. They became the Shadow Knights. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions. Please, do not hesitate. Regrettably, we have no knowledge of their current whereabouts. But rest assured, they will reveal themselves. There is a matter that requires my attention elsewhere. Should I stumble upon anything of note, I'll send word. Have patience.
Balustan, what are you Don't tell me that you're thinking of pursuing that.
Let's save our words for now, Frero. Have we forgotten what we are here to do?
Finished with your business here, have you? All your ducks in a row? Good. Then perhaps you could spare a moment of your time for me. Lady Isabel's business has been going smoothly. The Zan Merchant Guild now holds absolute commercial power in Heidel. Now, we're about to transport those Trina Knight military supplies, Heidel's offerings, and of course the black crystals to Calpheon. By the way, I'm quite pleased with how you've handled matters here. Of course, Lady Isabel shares the sentiment. I'd like to recommend you for a position in our guild. Membership would give you a solid social foothold in Calpheon. From immigration checks to travel and various profitable endeavors, your time in the Republic will become infinitely more convenient. We'll talk more on the matter later. I see Lady Jarrett's doddering old butler is looking for you.
Adventurer, I hear you've made quite a name for yourself throughout Serendia. Lady Jarrett has great faith in you. Even now, she urgently seeks your presence. There's a small problem at the Black Crystal Extraction Mill. Once again, we find ourselves in need of your goodwill and assistance.
Oh, well, isn't that a coincidence? Lady Isabel is also looking for this adventurer.
It seems you've gained the trust of both Serendia and Calpheon. You've been rather busy, haven't you? Either way, both esteemed ladies are at the Black Crystal Extraction Mill. Why don't we make our way there together?
My lady, there's only so much leniency I can show. How much longer must I turn a... Have we not already granted you 3 extensions? What are we to do if you request yet another delay? This is becoming untenable. Any further delays and we risk having an inspection team dispatched from Calpheon.
Sir Edmund Jawson, I hear you're a knight of Calpheon? Are you threatening House Domin...
Threatening? I'm simply stating procedures. And why, yes. I was knighted by the Callis Parliament. Perhaps you have forgotten to whom your father, His Grace, swore allegiance, Lady Jarrett.
Adventurer, I've run into a little, slight problem. Would you help me?
Slight problem? I'm sorry, did you say a slight problem? Lady Jarrett, you are grossly underestimating the situation.
You have had the Black Crystal rights for 7 long years. Shall we never again own what is rightfully ours? Is Calpheon's conscience so unperturbed? Oh, this unconscionable exploitation is truly tiresome. How much longer do you intend to milk this mine?
Exploitation? You'd be wise to watch your words, my lady. I have proof of Bobby Lauren's forged ledgers. Do you really believe that Grand Chamberlain Ducasse is unaware? Persist in this matter, and I'll call for the inspection team.
You plan to accuse a man renowned for his integrity of such a crime? Ha! Who would believe you? Ha! And just how long do you plan on blaming us for the declining extraction when we have such poor equipment? Why don't you send more technicians for maintenance? You have to invest to get results. Invest!
As per the terms of the contract, signed in the Declaration of Surrender, production and transportation are the sole jurisdiction of Serendia.
Surrender this, declaration that. Oh! You pick and choose when you want to be an ally, and now you're treating us like this? You swine!
There it is. There's the lady's temper. I haven't seen it for a long time. Lady Jarrett, Sir Edmund, I would like to propose a solution. Would you care to hear it?
Oh, Lady Isabel. As expected from one of the prestigious Calpheon merchant families. By all means, go ahead. I am all...
Sir Edmund, I hear that you've been searching for high-purity black stones recently. In secret, that is.
How did you... No, that's not the point. Yes, I have been searching, but I've found nothing.
Then why not commission the most skilled adventurer in Serendia? Oh, don't tell me. You've been away on business in Calpheon for so long to have not heard about this adventurer's fame?
While that's true, that place, it's full of danger. There are remnants of Blackstone scattered all over.
I don't think danger will be a problem. Right, adventurer?
While that's true, that place...
If you pull this off, I'll immediately recommend you for special position within our ranks.
I don't like siding with this woman, but I must admit it's a realistic solution.
If you are both in agreement, then it's fine with me. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Towards the Orc camp, west of the extraction mill. Our detectives reacted to something in that direction. But as you get closer, they stop reacting. It's like something is interfering. There are too many orcs for our troops to subdue, so we've been forced to stand down. If we manage to thin their numbers a bit, that may give us some sort of lead. If you are both in agreement, then it's fine with me. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Backwater place like this.
Who are you, exactly? The one who sent the sword through Edmund?
We are the Shadow Knights. We serve King Belmorn of Hexa.
He's long dead. Huh?
That's right, Jordine. We've been preparing for the King's resurrection.
Nonsense.
Just one final step remains. A vessel to contain our King's pure wrath and ambition. You, Jordine.
You dare to make me a sacrifice?
I see it differently. Jordine, do you not wish for the destruction of Calpheon? With Lord Belmorn's power, that can easily come to fruition.
Serendia need not stoop to dark sorcery. By my might alone, Calpheon will crumble.
You will soon make your decision. Our king.
Orcs are no easy opponents, yet you returned unscathed. Did you manage to find anything? Oh, impressive.
And with this, our adventurer has solved yet another case. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Jean Merchant Guild.
I believed in you, adventurer. This time I will personally report of your success to Sir Jordine.
Maybe with this incident, the winds of change shall stir up relations between Serendia and Calpheon. Such a high-purity black crystal! Well then, before refining it, I'll try it first.
It feels good to have such a long-standing problem behind us. Adventurer, shall we head back to Heidel? And don't worry, it's my treat today. I'll go ahead and grab us a table. Feel free to take care of any business you need to attend to first. Don't be too late. Golden Toad Inn, got it? See you there.